So today we're going to show you some kind of what we're working on. So we're getting ready to expand the zoo, and in order to do that we got to put in a new cage. Well, I'm a big snake guy. I like big snakes. So what I did is I'm actually building a really big snake cage. Now it's about 40 feet long. If you've been following us, you've kind of been seeing a little bit of it take shape. I'm going to show you real quick. This is like just to make sure you can kind of see what I'm trying to do. So this right here is a current enclosure that I've made. Now the idea is it's got a big shelf up here, right up top. That shelf is what I've decided that they use it a lot. Nobody's using it today. It's of course the morning and the cage hasn't been cleaned. I guess that's life. You can see the reflection of all the other cages, except from over here where you can see somebody made a mess in the cage, but you can still see it. But anyway, so this is kind of a rough draft of the newest update version. This is a big snake cage 0.10, and I'm going to show you 2.0. This one here is about 18 feet long, 4 feet deep, and let's go look. So this is some of the other enclosures that I built. This is I say I, but I've always had help, sometimes different people. I usually do the art. I'm the art director, designer. I finally got a title after all these years of not making it through high school or college or anything like that. But anyway, this is another enclosure we built. Of course, you've seen that, the gators. And what are you trying to eat? Eat the turtle food, Frank? Okay, so let's see here. So by the way, pulling a really cool clutch on top of it. It's it's really behind its time, but it's still really cool to us because it's just we need the male now. It's going to be pieds, albino mochino het pied tigers. So so you see what I'm trying to do here is achieve a really big cage. So what I got is a 36-foot cage that goes down here. There's water there'll be water on this end, a water feature, but then you see all the shelving supersized. So that's like the shelf in the other one. I'm not done yet. That up there will be another shelf. Now, most people don't build it this way, but they usually build it with steel, but I've come up with the conclusion that I don't need to build it with steel. I build it with wood. I lay down the platform for it, and I don't want to bore you guys. Am I boring you guys? If I'm not boring you guys, click the like button, because this is a little vision. And you're going to see this completely done. And it's going to take me a little while. And God willing, you'll see it completely done. I still have a lot of work to do. This is a very rough. So you see, I'm trying to run the rock parallel with each other because rock typically cracks the same direction. So this is a crack to go up to this huge shelf. It's actually massive. To give you an idea, that one shelf right there, all the square footage of that one shelf is probably about as big as a 20-foot by 3-foot cage. And but of course with this whole thing it's going to be a lot different. There's another giant shelf. Like I said, there's going to be a shelf right up there that's probably going to go from there to there. I haven't quite decided how big it's going to be and how far it's going to go out. And then that one this shelf right here will hold a 22-foot, 23-foot. It'll hold about as big a snake as they make right there. Now you see all the wood, it'll all be covered up and be all cool like the rest of that rock. So now let's go see. And of course what I did is trying to make some space. I gave the tortoises, they all got heated floors and UV lighting. Bearded dragons, same thing. They're all sitting on a heat pad right there. And they're all gonna be, people can come in and feed them. There's some more tortoises. And then we got some big tortoises over here. They're back underneath there enjoying the heated pads and UV lighting. So let's see what this is gonna be. Get ready, guys, living the dream. This is an enclosure that we're gonna probably start building and sell soon. Tim, what do you think, Tim? Does that work a little better?
A little better.
Okay, so we're gonna pull this clutch of eggs. Look, you guys, check it out. Oh yeah. Oh, did I leave that? There's going to be Mochino sun tigers, het pied. Pretty exciting. So this should make some really good babies. And So they'll be albino, they'll be basically mochino, sun tiger, het pieds. So kind of exciting. Okay, where's our box? Of course, Tim put together a box for the eggs. We're doing this all different. Super Tim Osborne here. Make sure all this stuff happens if I'm gone, or if I'm here, if I'm down the street, if I'm building a cage over there, or we're gonna have all this done. We're gonna be tearing down this wall next week. Oh yeah, next week. And we got a lot of work to do this week. It's gonna be kind of crazy. I say this week because really it's this week, because this is Sunday and it's the first day of the week. And that's why I'm not dressed looking like I'm not in my normal streetwear. I'm in my streetwear. They're really almost as all. I'm usually in my costume, even at work and not work. Okay, let's see what we got here, guys. Now, it looks like to me it's a good thing I got my coat on. I got bit the other day in this coat and I bled right through it. But the good news is, come on, girl. Yeah, I can tell you're not one of those willing souls like yesterday. Okay. Whoa, that's not good. I wasn't paying attention, guys, because I had my eyes looking for the hooks. Looking for the snake hook. I found the snake hook. Now, you guys wonder, what the heck? She is really, really a reachy girl. She's almost got it in the chin. So, a snake hook is no more than a direction for something that's an inanimate object that doesn't have any heat to it, doesn't feel like an animal, doesn't feel like a person, doesn't feel like anything they need to take aggression out on. So it kind of confuses them a little bit. And it also makes it where if it does bite it, it ain't gonna get hurt, and everybody's gonna be okay. So the idea of a snake hook is just to kind of direct the snake. It's not a snake crane. Some people try to get giant hooks and drag snakes around them. I don't believe in that. I believe in, honestly, using my hands. I don't want to bleed. So there's a time where you got to kind of use them a little bit. So I'm trying to calm her down a little bit, get her thinking about other things. just to let you know. And of course, everybody always asks, why do you take the eggs away? I don't know how you can still be asking that question, but hey, if it's your first time here, hit the subscribe button and you'll learn more about snakes. So this is a reticulated python. Yeah, I know all you guys already know that, all 410,000 of you. And reticulated pythons is my passion. And it's not because they bite, because really they're usually mellow, but it's mostly just because I guess I like large snakes. I've always liked big snakes. Burmese pythons are awesome. Indian pythons were my first love. Look at that. That is absolutely a gorgeous clutch of eggs.
This girl's actually an absolute sweetheart.
Yeah, not today.
No, I know.
I've never seen her act like this in my life. Look at that. So there's always more than one way to skin them. No pun intended. I snuck all these off there. Got lucky. Everything went good. Must be my Sunday best. And she didn't know what. She probably just didn't recognize me. Did you guys recognize me? You don't see me this very often, and usually when you do, it means Tim's not here. She's coming back around because she's thinking, hold on. Gee whiz, guys. Would you calm down, girl? Man. Come on. Stop. Shh. Man, she is really a handful. You're not getting me, so just forget it. Okay, I get it. You don't know the program. Neither do they. Some of them don't know the program. I haven't got to why we take the eggs away completely. So the idea is that we take away the eggs because we put them in an incubator, and inside that incubator is a perfect temperature, is the game plan, and it's consistent. It's mechanically got the right temperature for the whole 84 days. It'll take approximately for them to hatch. This is a really good clutch. This is the way you like to hope they'd come out. This first time mom has done a very, very, very good job with her eggs. They're stuck together good, and if you're going to ask me what that is, I don't know. I'm going to call it snake egg glue because I don't think somebody must have named it somewhere. But the idea is that these eggs, these eggs cannot roll around.
Snake egg glue is perfect.
So, yeah, what's that?
Snake egg glue is perfect. Works for me.
So the idea is real simple. If these eggs roll around during incubation, they will die. Now, if a snake is gonna fight like this to protect its babies, and they weren't glued together, what would happen? They'd roll around, and then whatever animal was trying to kill the eggs to eat them or whatever would have succeeded, even if it didn't eat the eggs, because the eggs would not have hatched because they rolled around. So it's built into the system. What a great design. Man, I wish I was cool enough to design stuff that far in advance. Before they even had a chance to evolve, they had it. That's pretty cool. So they literally glued together. They come out. When they come out, they're, you know, a little bit more transparent looking. They look wet, and that glue glues them all together, and it glues them together quite well, to be honest. So now, this is her first clutch. Not a huge female, but she still did really well. Looks like about 21 eggs, 22. What do you think, Tim? 2,
22.
4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24 eggs.
Nice.
Even better.
That's better.
Awesome clutch. So now what we're going to do is basically we got 2 little vent holes, one on each end, right there and right there. And we're going to take this and we're going to tape this lid on. Now, it's amazing how little air they need. We don't even know how little air they need, but she's getting plenty of air. Yeah, you're still looking at me, huh? So the idea is that in the wild, snake eggs don't do very well. A lot of people don't really stop to think about it. Elephants have 1 baby every 2 years. You know, insects have thousands of babies, especially mosquitoes. Now, the reason why is real obvious, because their survival rate is very poor. Now, snakes have a lot of eggs because their survival rate's really poor. Because if there was as many snakes as a python would lay in its lifetime, it would be pretty impressive how many snakes there'd be. You'd probably, she's still waiting to get me. So the idea is that in captivity, you want to increase the odds of that survival. Now this snake would have a lousy survival rate anyway because of its color. It doesn't have its natural hiding colors. And of course what we do is we take these, over the years, many people have got different animals out of the wild. We get one snake out of the wild, then we take it and breed it into these other snakes. And eventually what we end up with is like what we're going to do here. This is going to be pied. This is eventually going to be a white snake with that coloration, that pattern, and that sun with spots in between them. So hopefully it'll look roughly like this. So the idea is real simple. How to make a snake. So the idea is we're going to make a snake that looks like this, that's going to be that color on all that blotching. So it should be pretty incredible. And you know what? It's going to take 1 more generation because this is recessive and that is recessive. But because we've already got 2 of the recessives working together, it's going to make it come out albino. So it'll come out looking like that, but it'll have the genes for this. And when we breed it to any of these that's head albino, we'll be able to make it. So get ready. And the good part is if you're subscribing, you're going to be able to see all this craziness. And you know what? Even if you're not subscribing, if you go back and look, now you'll have a little better understanding of what this crazy thing we do called snake breeding is. It's literally, we've made about 250 different colorations of patterns and colors. This is one of them. This is a Feisty. This is a citron, platinum, tiger. We think it is. We're not positive because we have to prove it when we breed it. Citron, platinum, tiger, pied. And we're going to make this and that with albino in it and all kinds of stuff. So stay tuned. Thanks for following us. Hope you're having a great day. We're going to put these eggs in a temperature. I didn't tell you what temperature. Comment below if you know. I'm not going to make you wait that long. So we try to incubate our eggs at 89 to 90 degrees. It's an ideal temperature. It'll take them approximately 84 days, depending on the locality. If they're super dwarf stuff, some of that hatches in 72, 74, 76 days. Mainland stuff typically 80 to 84 days, sometimes a little bit longer, depending on the temperature. And the temperature doesn't make as much at the length as I think. We don't even know exactly because some of the dwarf stuff even still goes out to 84 days. But anyway, hope you're having fun. Hope you're subscribing. And make sure to comment below about anything that you want to see in the future. Have an awesome day. Have a great Super Sunday. Take care, guys.